Hey there guys, Skippy here from Skippy6 Gaming, coming to you with an awesome tutorial. Guys, this is the DaVinci door. I'm going to call it a DaVinci door because you need the DaVinci code to open the door. So that said, looking at this wall, we're going to say, hey, this looks like a regular wall of a base, but there is a secret door back here. This secret door is powered by several different options. Basically, the power of all 4 of these containers are going to depend on whether this door opens. So that said, just to be even more confusing if I haven't already, let's go ahead and tell you the secret code for this. You can, of course, set the secret code to whatever you want, and I'm going to try to be as precise as possible, and I'll give you guys a graph and everything to show you how to do it. But as you can see, the code for our secret door here is this chest filled all the way except for 1 empty box. This furnace is going to have 28 items in it. Again, there is a leeway I'll show you guys after, but for this furnace it'll be between 14 and 28 coal, or whatever, between 14 and 28 items in this furnace. It's going to have the record mall playing, and then last but not least, in this brewing stand we're going to want 18 items. So that said, I'm going to show you exactly how we do this. Put this brewing stand in, watch what happens. As soon as we click the 18 items, door is open. Secret door, go in there, do whatever you want with the Illuminati or with the whatever, Tom Hanks. It's up to you. But as you can see, the door only works in that manner. The way that you can close the door is by changing the code in any way. So a good example is, we know that mall is the right record for us to use here. So if we were to just go ahead and put a different record in, it's going to close the door. But if we wanted to open it, we'll put mall back, and then that's going to open the door. Just like that, if we wanted to, we could go to this chest right here and say, add 1 extra item. Door closes. But if we put it back to the way it is, like this, door opens. And last but not least, the furnace, if we were to say we were to fill this guy up, watch. As you can see, it closed, but we want 28 in there. So you'll see even 32 doesn't cut it. Oh, 32 does cut it. So it's going to be a rising number from 32 and up. So watch, what we'll do right here is, basically the way it works, I know it's confusing, is the area is kind of a gray area, but you will be able to change each one of these to what you want it to be. So that said, with the coal, we're using a power level of 2. So 1 to 14 is going to be a power level of 1 from this guy. So watch what happens. Let's just turn our angle so you can see when the door closes. So anywhere between 28 and there you go. So as you can see, it closed right there. So between 28 and 42 doesn't open it. It's going to be 41. And as you can see, we hit the nail on the head. There you go, guys. The most comprehensive password door that I think is physically possible for you to do. Literally, there is no way anybody is going to be able to guess the code. So long story short, that graph on the screen, I'm going to put it up there right now. This is basically taking power levels from all of these containers out. So once it takes these power levels, it only puts out a certain amount of power, which is controlled by these droppers here that tell it how much power it's going to take. All of it adds up to going back here, igniting this torch, and opening your Jeb Door. So that said, a perfect example is in the chart right there. You see it says mall is a power of 6. So what we do over here, if you look, mall power 6 is the bottom one over here, power of 6. So we make this one ready to go for power of 6. If we wanted something power of 1, like this potion stand right here, this is what powers the potion stand. We go in here and it has nothing in it. That's going to be a power of 1. If we were to go over here and go to this one, this has a power of 9, so it's going to have 8 items in there, a power of 8 inside of it, and that's why you have to have this chest totally full except for 1. Again, we could fix this. We can make this so that this chest only wants one single item in it, and make this a 0, which would be a 1. Long story short, the graph on the screen, guys, is as good as it's going to get for me trying to tell you the power amounts. You have to play with it. I know that after searching online this graph that we have in the top, I'm going to give you a link. Basically, this information comes from the Redstone Comparitor wiki page. So the numbers are a little off. Like, you're not going to get exactly the right so like one item in the potion brewing stand, as you can see on the graph right there, it says you're going to get a power of 1 with one item in a brewing stand. However, when we go in the brewing stand, it's 18, because anything 18 and down is going to be a power of 1. But if you go ahead and let's turn around so you guys can see the door operate, if you were to go in here and start adding redstone, see, that's too many. So now we've basically taken this potion stand, and the power of 2 is necessary to open, or the power of 2 is now coming out of this potion stand, whereas if you just get rid of 1, this is going to be the power of 1 all the way to 18. So that said, the graph up there is as best it gets. I'm going to put a link in the description below right to the whole wiki page, and honestly, you don't really need that graph to be accurate. You could go one by one and set them one by one on your own, and it's going to be super awesome. So sorry about the long kind of interaction with that one, but this is a little bit more complicated than you would imagine. So yeah, so I think what we'll do right here is tell you what you need, guys. For this build, you're going to need 4 input blocks. So for this one here, we're going to do a note block, a furnace, a chest, and a brewing stand. 4 droppers. Bring a stack of blocks at least 12 sticky pistons, 26 redstone dust, 12 redstone comparators, 6 redstone torches, and 7 redstone repeaters. So hopefully, I think I saved up the stuff we need, because I've been going through so much stuff in this tutorial. Holy cow. So hopefully this is going to give us what we want. So once we have all this, we're already missing our comparators, so that's okay. Let's grab a comparator. Find yourself a wall. I'm going to do my very best. I'm going to actually build this out to the left this time. This one here, as you can see, both ends of this is going to be your output. It doesn't matter which side. I'm just going to move the Jeb Door over to the other side. You could do it either way. So yeah, so let's go over here and let's go ahead and pick 4 blocks. These are going to be our inputs for moving forward from this point in time, and grab our stone. So let's go ahead and just put 2 comparators coming out of this guy. Those 2 comparators are going to have blocks over top of them. Once we come over here, what we're going to do is put 2 more blocks just like so. And then what we're going to do is put comparator, 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 comparator. All 4 of these comparators, guys, are going to be on subtract mode. Put every single one of them on subtract mode. Once you've done this, now we're going to start building up a little bit of a ramp here. Go like this and this. Once we've done this, grab yourself 2 more comparators, and they're just going to face forward. Once we've done this, let's go down here. Totally wrong building. We're going to build these blocks up right here and bring these guys right here. Looking good, looking good. Now we're going to grab some redstone torches. We'll grab these chests after. So redstone torches. You know what we're going to do, actually, just to show you the way that this works, because see, redstone torch on the side of this guy, redstone torch on the front, redstone torch there. Grab your redstone dust. I think we might be, oh, we need comparators still, but whatever. Go ahead and put 8 pieces of redstone right here. So what we are going to do is, let's just go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and grab a chest, because basically doesn't matter what input you put there, right? These can be all kinds of different things. So we're just going to put 4 chests for now. Actually, we can't do it that way. We will have to, let's just use dispensers, because dispensers are containers as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the 4 containers, and that's what they'll represent for the duration of this one. So let's come back here. Go ahead and drop down. Redstone repeater, 2 blocks with dust. And then once we've done this, we've done all the hard work really when it comes to this. Our power is going to go out to the right where our door is going to be, unlike last time where it went out the other side. So let's go ahead and just put a torch here. That torch being off is good. So let's go ahead, and now what we're going to do is go ahead and put a block here and here on both sides. Grab yourself some droppers, not dispensers. I know we're playing around with a lot of containers today. And take your droppers and put them right here. Doesn't matter what direction, up, down, in, out. You surprise me. It's all you. And once they're done like this, grab yourself redstone comparators. And these comparators are going to come forward into these guys. So this is all that you need, really. This is done pretty much when it comes to containers. So as it stands, there's nothing in these droppers, which means that we have a power level of 1 in all of these as the setting. So if we were to put a power level 1 in here, it would turn this torch on, and we're gonna go ahead and do a little sampling now. This builds, like I said, a lot more talking, a lot less redstone, and just because I want everybody to understand. So basically this light is remaining off, but if we want this light to stay on means door open, we're just going to have to put 1 item in each of these dispensers. Now the signal that this puts out between, so again, look up here, torch is off. Once we put 1 item finishing this circuit, torch is on. See what we just did there? So now basically all of these are set to level 1. So let's leave it like that. Let's just go ahead and build our Jeb Door. So I think a lot of people might know how to build a Jeb Door, but let's just go ahead and do it. Go over here to the side of your build and bust out a 4 wall. It could be as far as you want or as close as you want. It's up to you guys. It's not that big of a deal. So go ahead and put 4 sticky pistons facing in like this, 1 away from the hole, 2 up like this. Same thing on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once that's done, same thing right here. This is going to be your wall, so we're going to put these guys here. Once we've done this as well, let's just hop up to the top here and go ahead and put blocks on all of them. Look at that. Look how close I came to the melon farm. I'm like, oh man, I gotta do this. I'm gonna do this. This tutorial is probably tomorrow, or it came out right before this one. I don't know, one of them. Let's grab our redstone repeaters here and start doing it. So redstone repeaters are going to be 1 away from the end, facing out just like this. Turn around, go over here, same thing. Put dust everywhere. Put this guy here, this guy here. Once these guys are all done, make sure that these repeaters, guys, 2 ticks. So now you can always test out your door just on its own by simply grabbing make sure it worked good. Flush door, good. Turn it off, good. Door opens, door closes. Okay, perfect. So now what we just got to do is, all we have left to do is bring this signal down from here. So that's easy. I brought it out 1 more, I think that's why. Because I wanted to be able to put a repeater into this guy. So once that repeater went into this guy goes here, this guy goes here. And then we have a little bit of a train down, and it goes down to a block. This block's gonna have a torch on it. So once we've done this, this will now shut your door. Door shut. So now all we gotta do is run a redstone wire into this one. Guess where it's coming from? Right over here. And you just did it, guys. This door is now operational with a code of 1111, which is pretty straightforward. I'm gonna now, guys, now that we've done this, so basically, as you can see, it will close if we take our 1 item out. Closed. Perfect. So let's go ahead and keep it open. So I'm gonna put the graph back up on the screen, guys. And again, this is just a basis. It is not exact, but you can literally, it's good to see the records and it's good to see stuff. So what we're gonna do is actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and make these different now. So let's go ahead and put, notice the door closes. We're gonna put a chest here. So we're gonna want a power of 1 in that chest. So it's 1 item in the chest. Watch. Bang. So we're on the lowest power. So what we are really going to do is let's go to the dropper in the back. That's at the top in the front. This guy here. So if we want to say make the power of that one 4, go ahead and grab 3 non-stackable items. So now the power needed for that chest is going to be 4. So let's go back over here And to get power 4, if you look on the graph, in a single chest, it's going to say that you need 5 stacks, 51 items. Again, just a basis. That is going to be pretty close to incorrect. Let's go in and try it. So when we take this out of here, it won't matter. So 5 stacks. Again, stacks can mean, I've been using stacks of 16 a lot because you don't have to put as many, or you can use full stacks, but you're going to have to use more. Again, you're going to have to try this out. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 stacks of 16. So we're going to want to put a little more. Let's go ahead and try. There we go. Half a stack. Not enough. But again, you got to just use this graph as a little bit of a basis. So let's go ahead and put more. It still doesn't open. So what we're going to want to do is let's go ahead and grab a few more stacks of signs, because we'll keep it and you'll have a nice solid base of what to put in there. So as it stands, we have 5 stacks of 16. So let's see if 6 stacks works. There you go. So you could see a full row of stacks. So 9 stacks plus 48. Again, here, if you take this one out, door closes. So that's the thing, is you could look at this now. Let's say we take 8 off of that. Does the door open? You'll know exactly. But you see with that, the door doesn't open. So we're looking probably for this many stacks. Long story short is, there you go, right there. Long story short is, guys, you know the code for each one of these. That said, I'm going to give a strong recommendation. So now you know you want a full row of stacks plus 42 is what's going to open it for you. Now we're going to do a brewing stand. Let's go over here and put a brewing stand. I recommend highly for your brewing stand that you do a lower number, like 0. This is going to be for your brewing stand right here. And if you leave nothing in here, then you're just going to want a power level of 1. But just to show you guys that it's doable, I'm going to go ahead and put one item in here so that a power level of 2 is necessary from this guy. So now you see the door closed as well. That one's fine. These ones both have 1 in it. And now this one here, we're going to want to have a power level of 2. So in order to do a power level of 2, let's go over here. Let's just grab a stack of redstone just to be fun about it. So let's keep an eye on what's a power level 2. Before it was 1 and we put 18 to a certain number in there. So let's go ahead and put a stack in and see what happens. It's too many, right? So let's go ahead and dump 10 of those. Or let's go down to 50. As you can see, the door opens. So now we're looking at somewhere between 50 and 55. So like literally legit, guys, this is as crazy and awesome as it gets. You could use furnaces and everything. Go to the wiki page, guys, and try to decipher the DaVinci Code with regards to the power numbers. I hope you guys understand it, guys. An 18-minute video, it's probably only a 5-minute tutorial, and I really tried to step it up and make sure that you understood how to change the power outputs of these. So that said, it is super awesome. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Go ahead and subscribe if you're new around here and you love daily Minecraft uploads. Thanks again for tuning in. I love it. Smash the like. You guys know the drill. I'm out.